Привет.
Привет. Hello.
Привет, hello.
Hi ho cat guys, and not only cat guys. Today at my channel Russian Beer in the House. Штукенция.
Yes, hello, привет.
Hello, привет, пока. So we want to discuss Russian language.
Yes. Russian language is one of the most difficult language in the world, I think.
Yeah, I think so also. And
Why?
when I try to compare it with English, English also quite complex language, but we have much more words, for example.
Yes.
For example, even simplest terms, we have a lot of definitions of it in different situations. It feels very good, for example, in offensive language. Как мат по-английски. Offensive language. Russian offensive language is just
Endless.
Endless. And English one, it's not so.
Fuck you.
Fuck.
Fuck off.
And yeah, jerk,
Fuck
fuck,
up.
peace, and not so much. So of course I tried to study English offensive language also, and I saw there some. It's not only 3 words. Yes, it's more. But we have when I see 1 word in English, sometimes you have 5 words in Russian, or even more.
And even Russian language is all about modification of words.
Yeah.
It's English language is about making words in a sentence and get a phrase, but you have only word, and how you can change it's not very
you see, in English it's strict word order.
Yeah.
In Russia we tell in any order. You could speak in any order,
Yes.
and it gives a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So when you speak the same phrase in a different order, it makes huge sense.
Yes, it might be sarcastic. It might be funny.
But even with the same intonation.
Yeah.
So in English, yes, you could change order to ask a question. Am I stupid?
Yes,
Yeah?
but in Russian, if you
But you make this intonation. In Russia, you could change this word as you want in huge sentences. We have it's very common when people have very long sentences, and in books you could check Russian literature.
Yeah.
So it in order of words influence a lot at
your
смысл.
mind.
At meaning what you want to tell. So it's another thing.
And also Russian language is very flexible.
Yeah, very plastic.
Very
I
plastic.
wanted to tell it also.
Yes. Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's nice. And this flexibility, how I feel it, is like you have a word, and you can add to this basic word a lot of prefixes, suffixes,
And another words.
and other
In
words.
English they also the prefixes,
Yes.
suffixes, but in Russia it could be mixed anyhow.
Yes, and just anyhow you can make from one word something very cute, something just cute, something normal cute, something two-way cute.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so way of these differences, so it's just hard to explain sometimes why it is so cute, but it just feels like that.
Yeah, and to tell the truth,
Yeah.
the most thing about Russia for me, territory it's important, forest, rivers, okay, but the most important thing in Russia, culture, it's even not territory, not people, but language.
Yeah.
Language, it's our code, it's our cultural code. I think it's cultural code of any country, but in Russia, I like to speak English. I enjoy this language, and I'm trying to learn it as much as I could. I watch all movies in English, I read a lot of books in English, but I so love Russian language.
Yeah, that's true.
I do not have much stuff which I'm proud of in Russian. We have a lot of bad pages in history. We have good pages also, but our language, it's what I could tell. Yes, I'm proud of my language and I like my language, I love it.
Yes, I think that
Russian language.
If anyone would start to learn Russian language, it would very hard for you, I promise, but at the end of the day, if you just learn it a little bit, you can always have a very fun conversation, because Russian language helps you to just be friends with any Russian in a second. I think that when I meet anyone in the world who say for me "Привет," you could be. It's very
funny.
nice.
No, it's nice and funny, but I think it's the same. All cultures has this.
Yes.
So if you speak any language, it's okay.
Yeah.
But also, I want to tell that I don't want to say that Russian it's the best language.
No.
For example, I think the most beautiful by pronunciation it's French.
No, Spanish.
It's for you Spanish.
For me
Spanish.
Spanish.
So when I hear French language, it's for me like as music.
Music, yeah.
I do not understand meaning, but it's like music.
French rap.
Yeah.
I like it.
Also Spanish, it's also beautiful, but not for me. For her, for example.
For me. Yeah.
So every man he like his own language, how it sounds. For example, I think Russian it sounds not the best maybe. I like French more, but possibility of Russian language of expressing your feelings, for me it's #1. Also, all this grammar system, it makes a lot of sense. In English, when you write a letter to someone, English you do not use even this too much. Punctuation, yeah. In Russian, punctuation is just it's huge
great
word.
meaning.
Yeah, punctuation makes
you put this
huge
here,
sense.
You can change everything in the sentence.
Yeah, and
it's interesting. I don't know. We just when you a little boy or girl Russian, you as always speak Russian language, but you do not know all this punctuation. You don't know everything. And I remember when I started learning at school, it was huge. A lot of difficulties for me just to know that all rules. So I remember it's about 5 years. I was like,
it's quite common in all languages. When children they learn everything very easy, and then it's harder when you become when you grow. But still, what we want to tell in message of this video that language, Russian language, it's beautiful. It's I think what right word for it is rich. It's I think the richest language. But okay, French it's more beautiful to listen for me.
Yeah.
And for her Spanish and other languages they're also beautiful. English. Why English is beautiful? Because it's very easy to learn English. I mean, I didn't learn it for special. I learned it while I played online games. For example, World of Warcraft. I learned English when I listen music, watch films. I do not know grammar, English grammar. I do not know English grammar, but still I could speak. Because yes, it's great. It's like English. It's like Latin language of modern days, and I love this also.
Yeah. What I want to add to this very nice speech that Russian language is very similar to Macedonian language. We found out this recently. This is so nice.
Okay. So guys, thank you very much for watching. It was Shtukence.
And Tangar, that Igra glass.
Or game glass, Igra glass.
Yes.
Because Igra it means game. So thank you very much. It was Russian beer and Shtukence.
Yes. Hello. Thank you. Bye.